Hi, how is everyone doing? I hope everyone's doing well. I just wanted to briefly speak on something temptation. I went out the other day and we was at Applebee's. We normally go there, get something to drink and eat, But since I haven't been drinking, I kind of I keep going for two reasons. I don't want to be cooped up in the house. And if they going, I'm like, whatever. Yeah, I can still get a meal. And also to test my strength to be in settings with people that's drinking, just to see how strong I am, for various reasons. So we've been several times since I stopped drinking. Now I remember early on when I stopped drinking, um, we had went and I got through the whole meal, right? And we just sitting there, and I'm like thinking to myself, I want to drink. Now, at this particular point, I had stopped. I hadn't been drinking for like 2 weeks or so. So I'm like, I want to drink. So I ordered me a Long Island iced tea. Now everybody's sitting there. Well, mainly my cousin, Tanisha Nisha. She's sitting there. And she like, you don't need that, you don't need that. I'm like, it's just one drink. I just want one drink, so on and so forth, right? So I drink it. After I drink it, I'm like feeling crazy. It's all outdoors because I'm like, for what? For what? It wasn't that serious. So I'm beating myself up the whole ride home because now I done broke my sobriety over one freaking drink that I didn't need, nor did I, enjoy. So, long story short, yesterday when we was out, my sister had ordered margarita, I believe it was, and the waitress got the order wrong. She bought her a Long Island iced tea. Now normally that's what I order when we go out to drink. So she's sitting there, she like, this is not what I ordered, so on and so forth. So in my mind, I'm sitting there like, okay, she didn't order it. I should just drink it. Temptation. I should just drink it. Ain't no need of sending it back in my mind. Um, and I'm sitting there in my mind, going back and forth with myself over this drink. Am I going to drink or not drink? Not that I really needed to. Not, I don't even know where it came from. But what I'm going to say is the devil know. Out of all the drinks that you could have bought her, you bring her the drink that I normally drink, a Long Island iced tea. And temptation started kicking in. Temptation started kicking in, and I swear I was sitting there, and for a good 5 minutes, I'm thinking about it. Am I going to get me a drink tonight? And one part of me like, yeah, the other part like, no, you're not. And then I'm back again. Yeah, it's only one drink. No, you're not. You know. So I'm going back and forth with myself over this daggone drink. And then the better part of me kicked in. And my thought pattern changed to why would you want to jeopardize all the hard work that you have put in? Everything that you've sacrificed, everything that you've done. Because you know that once, rationalizing this thing, once you drink that, and y'all in this setting, it's just going to open the door for every time y'all go out, now you going to drink. Every time. You're going to be justified in doing that if you give in tonight. So I said no. I said no. And I didn't tell anyone, what I was thinking or what was going through my mind until the end of dinner. And then I mentioned it, and my cousin, she just laughed, and she's like, okay, well, I'm glad you didn't. And I'm glad I didn't too, you know. And I talked to her today, and she was like, you just don't know. I was cheering inside, I was just so happy inside, that you didn't. All of that's to say the temptation is going to come. Now, I'm just bringing up that incident because that's just some form of temptation that I've had, and it was recent. The devil, he going to whisper to you some things. He going to put some people in place. He going to put some things around you to make you think that it's all good, that, he going to use people. He going to use situations. He going to use material things. He going to use some things to try to get you off track. But you have to remember your course and your road. Now, I was around somebody one time before, a while ago, and they was like, oh, I went out on a day. You can drink, it's just for tonight, blah, blah, blah. And I did. I gave in. And I drank for that night. But then I realized, like, after when you wake up the next morning, because sometimes it don't click in right away. When I woke up the next morning, I was like, for what? For what? You know. So that's why I say he gonna use people. And not to say he's not a bad person. Wonderful person. But, he had this little taste and he just didn't want to be drinking alone. I'm just gonna, say that. He didn't want to be drinking alone. And, I gave in. We cannot be giving in to the devil's temptation. He gonna tempt you with women. He gonna tempt women with men. You know? He gonna tempt you, to do some things that's out of your character sometimes. You have to be strong. You have to be strong. We all know right from wrong. We're grown people here. So we can't go around doing things that we know are wrong. And in our mind, we making them right. We can't do that. We can't do that. We have to live a righteous life. And we doing that, you have to always do what's right. And even though that little voice in your head telling you, oh, it's okay, you see $10 sitting there, ain't nobody watching you, or you saw, because I've seen this happen, but I called the dude. He had, this was the other day actually, it was nothing but $1. But it doesn't matter, if somebody could drop $100 out their pocket, you doing bad. Hey, when they walk away, you might not, let them know that they dropped that money, and you can see them dropping. That's temptation. You can't give in to that. You can't give in to that. You have to do the right thing. And the right thing is making a person aware that they dropped their money. One time I was in a 7-Eleven. No, it wasn't 7-Eleven. It was a Safeway. It was a while ago. And shoot, I was broke. And I ain't see who dropped this money. It was just laying on the floor. Wasn't nobody in the aisle. I lie to you now. Wasn't nobody in the aisle. And I just walked up and I just happened to look down. And I'm like, oh, and you know what I said? That's my blessing. And I put that money right in my pocket. Who was I going to ask to it belong to? And the way I justified it was, if I told it, or if I gave it to the people up front, was they going to find out whose money it was? Or was they going to keep it? And because my need was great, it was like $50. Because my need was great, I kept the money. Now I look back on it. Was that righteous? Nope. No, it wasn't. Because you can't control what they would have done. All you can control is what you do. And you got to do the right thing. You can't worry about what somebody else doing, whether they doing wrong or right. All you can do is pray that they're going to do the right thing too. Temptation. We can't be out here giving in to temptation. You know. I get tempted all the time with other stuff. You know. You know. The body. The body will tempt you. It tempts you a lot. But can't give in to that. I can't be sacrificing this right here for some temporary infatuations. You know. I got to stand firm and hold myself in my chastity for the man who deserves it. You know, people around me don't always understand. Well, why you doing that? You know, it's a whole running joke in my circle, you know, that I'm not getting none. But whatever. Whatever. One day I will, you know. And when I do, I'm telling you, it'll be well worth it. It's worth it now. Just thinking about it, you know. You can't give in to temptation. Can't give in to temptation. We got to keep moving forward, you know. We all setting goals. We all have things that we're striving for. We got to keep on moving forward. And there's going to be roadblocks. There's going to be, I'm telling you, people put in place just to try to get you off track. And you can't allow that to happen. You can't allow that to happen. We're transforming ourselves. And part of doing that is to be conscious all the time. So be conscious that temptation is going to come deliberately to take you off of your track. To take you off of your track. The devil don't want you doing good. He want to see you out here screwing up. You know? So, you know, if I would have drank last night, I wouldn't have just had one drink. I would have had more drinks than just one drink. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, how productive would I have been? And then I think about the whole chain reaction. You know, now throughout the week, I'm justifying why I'm taking a drink now. And then before you know it, you know, I'm back into my same pattern and my same routine. Nope. That's what you don't want. That's what you don't want. And you got to understand that he going to put things there because he don't want you to be successful. Some people don't want you to be successful. As soon as they see you moving forward, they see you doing something good, they always got something to say, or they, you know, try to throw something in there to get you on track. Oh, you shouldn't do that, you know, or you're not good at that. You should try something else. Nope. You got to be focused. And you got to understand that you're going to have the people that's cheering you on. And then you're going to have those people that's booing. And those people that's booing, not necessarily booing because you're doing something, you know, you bad at what you're doing. Some of them booing just because they mad. They mad. And they know if enough of them boo, you going to turn around. They're going to get you off track with what you're doing and where you're going. You know? Don't allow it to happen. Don't allow it to happen. You got to stay focused and away from temptation. Temptation is our enemy. It is now and will forever be the enemy. Temptation make you do things against your family, against yourself, you know, against your soul. Temptation to take you out of the core of who you are. And then you look back on it and you have deepest regrets because that's not you. You just fell into a moment of temptation. And it's strong. It comes with a lot of will and might. So you got to fight against it equally as hard. More, actually. Okay? So I just wanted to share that experience with you all about last night and temptation. Be mindful. It exists. It's real. It's here. It ain't going nowhere. We got to make the right decisions and we have to stand in those decisions. So we got to do what's right and not allow temptation to take us down that road that we're going to have regret for later. Okay? Temptation is not our friend. All right? So I'm about to go to bed. Y'all have a good night. And I will check with y'all soon. All right? Let's not fall victim to temptation. MJK.